The world of magic and the realms of the spirits have always existed alongside the daily life of the traditional people of the islands of Vanuatu. They are conscious of this other dimension. It is always there, waiting for them. Tread warily through this forest. It may not be safe to walk along the path of spirits or under the shadows of the tree of the dead. They are part of the secret world that Ni Vanuatu acknowledge. The dead are still alive for them, and every sculpture has its own spirit within. This is the story of an unquiet spirit, a haunted carven doll, thousands of miles from its homeland. It is the story of magic crossing the continents. It is also the tale of a man who knew how to reach the spirits of the dead. The Vanuatu Cultural Centre in Port Vila houses a rare collection of art objects. These reflect the stages of life, the myths and the cultures of their country. They are gathered from the many different clans throughout the 80 islands of Vanuatu. Vianney Atpatun is a deeply spiritual man, steeped in the life of Vanuatu. He was one of the first Ni Vanuatu to film and record unique cultural events throughout the islands. The clan chief leads him into the hidden worlds of the forest to a sacred dancing ground. He is visiting the island of Malakula to film the dances that follow men's secret rites. Ceremonial stones are for commemoration. They chart the progress of a man through the stages he achieves in his life. The stones are placed around the sacred ground. A new slit drum for dancing is to be initiated. A partially hollowed tree trunk forms the body of the instrument. It is alive with a carved face and a deep voice. It is ritually anointed with coconut milk. The rites are completed. Now the men dance in celebration. They have become giants in their elaborate dance. But Vianney was not the first man to document the dances or activities of his people. Our story of the haunted doll begins 70 years ago.
What a fine crew to go out with.
An American couple, Martin and Osa Johnson, came to Vanuatu to record a glimpse of the people of this world. They were adventurers and early filmmakers who made a living screening their exotic movies.
And I showed them 5 reels of moving pictures. You see, these savages were so happy, and here's Mrs. Johnson and Megapan. Next morning, they went up to the screen and tried to find out what had become of the picture that they'd seen the night before. Came over the fire and smoked them, very much the same as we would. He was the best head dryer in all of the South Sea Islands. He said that there was no one who could approach his art. Wanted me to buy them, but I didn't.
The doll sculpture was to bring a strange twist to the story. Vianney made a long study trip of museums in America. He visited the Osa and Martin Johnson Museum in Kansas. Among the artifacts was a doll figure that the museum had never been able to identify. While Vianney was there, an extraordinary thing happened. The doll, began to move. The museum asked for his help. Vianney identified the doll sculpture. It was from Vanuatu. He explained that the doll held a spirit, and the spirit was disturbed. To calm the doll, Vianney knew that he must visit the Johnsons' grave and contact the spirit world. He went to the cemetery where Martin and Osa Johnson were buried. The people of Vanuatu can traditionally speak to their dead. It is an accepted custom.
Martin Johnson, parigi la yakan kanam, lamnor mutil parigi.
Vianney's communication worked. The doll stopped its violent rocking. The unquiet spirit was now at rest. In the forests of Vanuatu, the unusual story of the haunted doll is not so strange. It speaks of a lost dimension where mythology and magic are a part of everyday life.
Watch Pacifica, Tales from the South Seas, every Thursday night at 8:30. But now journey to lands of ancient rituals and guiding spirits on magical worlds. Then explore treasures of the sea on Secrets of the Deep, only on the Discovery Channel.